How many of you guys remember Giannis crowning himself after knocking down a 3 versus the Los Angeles Lakers? The scary thing is that he hit 5 that night. If Giannis is going to do that, you might as well just go home. Giannis crowning himself was an iconic moment that sort of took my breath away. The symbolism was epic. Even if you felt that Giannis wasn't necessarily better than Bron at that moment. I don't know about you guys, but I never saw anybody doing anything like that to Bron. At least not another superstar. Now don't get it confused. Though the moment was iconic in a way and got all of us talking, Giannis has nothing but respect for Bron and even claims that he's still the best player in the game today. If you guys still think that, let me know down in the comments below so we can have a discussion. LeBron's the best 37-year-old that I've ever seen, but to say that he's the best player in the league, that's some pretty high praise, especially considering the talent level in the league right now. To quote Giannis, it's interesting to me how LeBron is still in one of the best shapes of his life and being the best player in the world in year 18. I want to know how he does that. He's been so consistent for 18 years. He's always there. He's always showing up. That's unbelievable. He obviously gets credit, but I think we've got to give him more credit. Doing it for 18 years, guys, that's hard. And hopefully I can be there. Hopefully I can do this for 18, 20 years. That's the goal. Imagine a 37 or 38-year-old Giannis still dominating the game. Giannis is so unique that I honestly am not sure what he's going to look like, say, 10 or so years from now. Guys, let me know what you think Antetokounmpo's game is going to look like 10 years from now down in the comments below. Guys, Giannis is really one of my favorite superstars because throughout it all, he has maintained a level head and remained incredibly loyal to those who have shown him love, including the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee is the epitome of a small market, and as a fan of a small market team, I mean that in the most loving and sincere way possible, because Milwaukee is tough and embodies the sustained success that every small market should want. Now, unfortunately, like every small market, the Bucks have not been immune to rumors about potentially losing their franchise player, and we'll talk about that more after a message from this video's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by ExpressVPN. In just 6 quick seconds with ExpressVPN, you can change where sites think that you're located to show that you're from a different part of this world, which just so happens to be way more clutch than you might think. I use ExpressVPN personally to be able to watch some of the coolest movies and TV shows that just aren't available in the US for whatever reason. With ExpressVPN, I'm able to gain access to over thousands of new shows in a matter of seconds. You guys see me connecting to the UK right here. Now, since I've connected to the UK, I magically have the ability to watch Rick and Morty. And the thing is that there are tons of shows just like Rick and Morty in this scenario. Also, for those of us that game like me, ExpressVPN lets us mask our IP, which protects us from DDoS attacks from rival gamers, or anybody trying to access our personal information. I don't know about you guys, but I like my privacy. Make sure you guys don't let ExpressVPN's offer go to waste. If you use my link, expressvpn.com/decoop, you'll get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. I want to give a huge shout out to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. Regardless of Giannis repeatedly voicing his desire to remain in and win a championship in Milwaukee, there were times where I did think that him leaving was a possibility. In 2019, he literally said that the decision to resign becomes a lot more difficult if the team struggles. To quote Giannis, "I want the Bucks to build a winning culture. So far we've been doing great, and if it lasts, there's no other place I want to be. But if we're underperforming in the NBA next year, deciding whether to sign becomes a lot more difficult." To be fair, in just about the same breath, he also said that my goal is going to stay the same. It's get better, take it day by day, step by step, and the ultimate goal is to win a championship. As long as we are all on the same page and we are all focused on that goal, why not play for the Bucks 20 years? Why not play 25 years? Why not, after playing, be a member of the coaching staff or a member of the front office? But we got to have the same goal. We got to have the same principles. We got to focus on winning a championship. Giannis said he'd like to be like Steph, Kobe, or Timmy D. Now, Giannis was likely just applying pressure to the front office when he said all of this, and it worked. The team would acquire Jrue Holiday, pushing in some of their assets, and well, the rest is history. Don't mind me, guys, just shamelessly plugging the fact that I called Jrue Holiday being a massive needle mover for the Milwaukee Bucks before it happened. Just check out the tweet. I'm actually sorry, guys. I know I get bad sometimes. Anyways, Milwaukee would go on to be our 2021 champs, and Giannis would average 35.2 points, 13.2 boards, and 5 assists to cap off one of the filthiest finals runs that I'd ever seen. Winning a championship in Milwaukee was one of Giannis' top priorities, and he accomplished it. Fun fact, it was also one of the challenges that Kobe had for him. Now, with Giannis winning this championship, everybody would be wondering what's next for Giannis, including Giannis. In a 2021 GQ interview, Giannis would touch on his current position with the Bucks, saying one challenge was to bring a championship here, and we did. It was very hard, but we did. Very, very hard. I just love challenges. What's the next challenge? The next challenge might not be here. Me and my family chose to stay in this city that we all love and has taken care of us for now. In 2 years, that might change. I'm being totally honest with you. I'm always honest. I love this city. I love this community. I want to help as much as possible. Antetokounmpo's agent would help clarify what Giannis meant, saying that Giannis is always looking for a new challenge since he's accomplished so much at a young age, and that his desires aren't necessarily correlated to him leaving Milwaukee. Personally, it's obvious to me that Giannis is locked in on Milwaukee. The Bucks are very successful, Giannis is very loyal, and I hate to be that guy, but if those injuries don't occur last season, who knows what happens? With that being said, these comments that I'm about to share with you guys from Giannis are at least interesting to say the least.
I think anybody who asks that question that plays basketball, if he said no, he'd be a liar. You know, it's a team that won multiple championships. It's a team that one of the greatest players, if not the greatest player, to ever play this game played for. So it's a no-brainer. Everybody would love to play for Chicago. Down the line, you never know. You never know how life brings it. Maybe I'll play for Chicago. But right now, I'm committed to Milwaukee.
Okay, so check it out. Personally, I think that Giannis was just showing one of the most well-respected franchises and fan bases in the association a lot of love. Even when the Bulls are bad, they sell out. I visited Chicago this past year, and the city was beautiful. The people were friendly. Oh, and yeah, the Bulls were pretty good. And they would have been a lot better had injuries not taken over their season. Anybody find it ironic that Giannis dubbed them in the playoffs? But anyways, that's not important. What is important is to not overreact to any of this. At the end of the day, when we're talking about the mind of an NBA player, it's almost impossible to ever know what's truly going on. With that said, I do feel very comfortable saying that I think that Giannis will be in Milwaukee for the foreseeable future. He's at least under contract to the 2025-2026 season where he has a player option. Some of the takes that I've seen pop up from him showing love to Chicago are absolutely comedy. Guys, a player can show love to a city or a team without that meaning that they're going there. How many times have we seen players show love to the Garden and not go to play in New York? Now, admittedly, I've been guilty of overreactions before. I think we all have. So I get it if you're overreacting to this. It's just that I don't think this is the situation to overreact to. In a way, I sort of feel bad for Chicago fans. They've been so close, but yet so far away too many times. Here's a reminder that Wade admitted that Chicago was an option in free agency for him and Bron after multiple visits. Then there was that whole Kobe Bryant trade request, and of course, Carmelo Anthony infamously said himself that I was going to Chicago. Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah, I was there, right? I was there. And then I started getting whispers behind the scenes, yo, look, this person ain't gonna be there, it ain't really right, this and that. Honestly, I wonder how different things would be if Prime Melo were able to find himself in Chicago in an alternate reality and everybody stays healthy. I always thought that he was exactly what they needed, but I guess we'll never really know. There are teams that are rumored to get everybody every year, and then there are the Bulls, a team that has been so close so many times. Shout out to Chicago for being able to sign DeMar though. Let's make sure we give DeMar his flowers while he's still playing. In the comments below, let me know if you think that there's any possibility that Giannis leaves the Bucks in the foreseeable future. In today's NBA, I'll never say never like I said earlier, but anything is possible. Clicking the video on the screen right now is a great way to support my channel. I'm Getlikecoop bringing you guys the scoop. Until our next upload.